right, it is Stars Without Number, White Wolf Pyre, session 17. Time for the recap.
Well, we discovered very quickly that one ship inside of another ship does not work very well when you spike jump after it. And they became one ship, and we crashed into a planet. Well, an asteroid to be exact. And we're like, well, crap, there is a facility here, so maybe we can get fixed.
I don't think I would call that a crash. I mean, we walked away from it, so I think you landed it masterfully.
Well, any crash you walk away from.
Yeah, you flew it down to the surface of the asteroid.
Yeah. We decided, oh, there's a facility here, maybe we'll get some help. So we attempted to enter the facility using the tracker that we still had, and we found an elevator. Corvo did like 90% of the heavy lifting, getting all the elevators and everything to work.
All those fixed checks to get through all the
Busted switches and invisible keyholes and
yeah.
But we managed to get our way down to the bottom floor. It turned out to be this massive excavation that had happened, and there were pillars, and there was a massive, mech sitting there holding up a bunch of rubble, and we went walking through all of this. We started looking for the guy still. We found a bunch of partial, what was the name of them? The deviants.
Yeah, you found them on the ship.
On the ship, and then we found even more down here. And it was like,
yeah,
it didn't go well. We decided, we'll go and save the our friends who we think we found, and we got in a gunfight. We did manage to save everyone, but then the one guy was in the mech, and he broke his way through a wall, and May went ahead and got on the back of that, managed to open it. There was a giant slug thing, and something else. What was it? A little lizard thingy or worm? I don't remember.
No, it was a slug. There was a big orb at one point that you fought.
The orb, yeah, that was it.
I think that shot acid or whatever when it was struck. And then, of course, I don't think I hid and then was standing there. And as it was being shot, being hit with the acid.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
really got caught making melee characters.
That's when I'd...
best body wash I've used in months.
That's when I was... I think it got dropped.
My vac suit got shredded. And
That's right, your vac suit. We the new vac suit rules, and then had to take him to the mech and put him inside the mech and pressurize it, and did manage to find another vac suit in the cargo hold of the mech that I'd put on, because Corvald and I previously had Space Dollar General store vac suits that weren't very good.
Big buck general.
Yeah, you did find Paul and Duncan. Yeah, that's who the deviants had grabbed. You found the deviants were looking for something called glazurite, and that's when Corvald and one of the deviants went back and struck some sort of glowing thing in this cavern, and then suddenly Corvald was there and he struck it again. And then suddenly went to go hit it again, and then the deviant was like, "Hey, let's back up first before this thing hits us."
It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, for sure.
Yeah, it was like some sort of like it's almost like there's some sort of time dilations going on.
We also
Then escaped with the mech, and there was a slug on the back of it, which we had to fight. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it tracked its way in past the giant blast shield doors, but we did manage to kill it. Although I think it was a very difficult fight, if I remember.
Yes, it was.
and then we
Scraped
took
it against the wall.
we either had taken or were in the process of taking apart the mech. We were gonna take it up the elevator in pieces and put it back together and try to work on the ships with it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, we brought it upstairs. We could work on the ship. Is that everything?
I believe so, yeah. You got the mech on the ship,
Yep.
and eventually Corvald returns him and Francis the Deviant with this material called glazurite. It's like a glowing cube. The size, it's like the size of a Rubik's cube, but it's glowing like white hot, but it's giving off no heat.
We got the Glazurite.
Hold on, I'll get that logged in the cargo manifest. Let me just see if I can find. There doesn't appear to be a cargo manifest anymore. Man, May, what did you do to my cargo manifest? Oh wait, this isn't our ship. Never mind. Just hold on to it. I'll note that down.
Will do. Oh, hold on a sec. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I held it for a long time down there.
At least 5 minutes.
We're both gonna go off and go to the bathroom.
Okay. In zero G, I'm sure that's exciting.
Corvald's going to go ahead and figure out how to fix the ship for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, both the ships have somehow melded together. There's also a deviant in the main bridge of the deviant ship that's sort of melded to the controls.
Based on what we know of the deviants, we'd assume that isn't normal behavior for them.
Correct, yeah.
After a few minutes, Corval comes back. Wow. Well, we gotta get this thing off the ground. Where are we headed again?
That shouldn't be a problem. We got 2 engines. I mean,
Well, we're trying to head back to the what was it? The not Grist. Want to head back to the planet
we need to go
named
back to the. We need to go back to the
Oh,
Greek ship and
We
get
gotta go back to Ermac, right?
Yeah, the hum system, right?
Yep, Ermac.
Your tour manager's missing you, Paul. Or your band manager.
Yeah, they should still be on the ship here
Yeah,
somewhere.
the tour manager was knocked out. And you grabbed the his data pad.
Yep.
And then you unlocked it and was like looking at all his pictures and stuff.
Yep. I regret looking at those pictures.
Yeah, there's only so much stage dimensions that you can handle in one
Oh,
cycle.
has to be exactly this thick. Need to find some way to get back to Ermac. How's the spike drive look?
And go find out.
Well, last time I saw it, I was trying to shut it off and an EMP hit it.
Are you sure you just didn't have your comm pad too close to it?
Yes, I'm sure I left the compad on the desk.
You forgot to degauss yourself, didn't you?
You sent me down there to turn it off because there was an EMP, but the switch was all mucked up because, you parked airship inside. Well, you didn't. Somebody parked airship inside this ship, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's not normal. Normally we don't do that with ships.
So I guess we need to go down and see if the EMP completely fried it, or maybe it just had to reboot.
Yeah, right now the spike drive is completely offline. It'll have to be repaired.
Oh, dear.
All right, I'm gonna need a paper clip, 2 rubber bands, and some gummer's glue.
Have chewing gum. Would that work?
Yeah.
Anything you guys need me to get to help you repair it?
We gotta see the extent of the damage first.
Oh dear.
Well, let's go. And I imagine like Corval gets there and in his robe, he just kind of like parts them to the side, kind of like hands on his hips as he like inspects it and like mountain pose.
Odd's gonna be over there with a clipboard doing his administration thing, trying to make out a list of parts we need.
So is anybody on the bridge?
I'm probably on the bridge still. I don't have anything I can really do here.
You and your mech are on the bridge?
Where else would the mech be? No, it's in the maintenance place. It's going to need to be repaired
So-
and modified. But
You're on the bridge of the deviant ship, because your bridge on the ship you're on is destroyed. And the deviant who's at the controls is attempting to find your location, and it's not coming up. Something is like scrambling all his signals. He thinks it's either something in the system or atmospheric is like not letting him do anything. And as he's doing that, you're sitting there, and then you see these lights overhead like start to shine in, like there is a ship above you.
what's above us? I'm gonna yell to the thing.
And the deviant guy who's like molded to this, he's like kind of creaking his head up, and he's like, "There's something flying above us."
Thank you, Captain Obvious. There's your promotion. You're now Captain Obvious. Can we make out what type of ship it might be?
It is bigger than a free merchant.
Can we see the ship? These lights from all over? Can we see them like in the? Is it only where there? Are they only visible at the bridge, or are they also visible in like the engine room?
Yeah, no, you guys wouldn't be able to see it down there.
I doubt we have windows down here in the belly of the ship.
Look with your special eyes.
Well, like if like the ships are crashed into each other, like I was wondering
Yeah,
if it was like parts were ripped off, and you can kind of see
yeah, that's true.
like the
So-
Titanic just have a new window at the bottom.
This has the look of like a fleet cruiser at first look.
Well, that's certainly not ideal.
Get your make, you could take it.
There's no obvious markings from the portion of the fleet cruiser you can see.
Well, I'm out of good ideas. Anyone have any bad?
No markings on its ship nuts.
It probably knows we're here.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The bridge has been compromised.
Comms are out. Comms are
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Comms are out.
Another localized time anomaly, that's all.
How's the bridge? We finally got communications back with you. What happened?
We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Yeah, I'm gonna run down to the mech then and see if that thing's communication system can reach the ship.
Yeah, I mean, it's operational.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try and communicate with them then. Hail them.
What are you going to say?
Hello, who's out there?
Who is this?
I'm the captain of this vessel, or what remains of it.
Oh, we were just about to tractor beam that up for scrap. We did get a couple readings that there are life signs.
Yeah, someone rammed our ship from behind.
What is your stated purpose out here?
At the moment, getting off the planet and getting back to, EMS.
Stand by.
So the mech's working. Weapons. It has no weapons, but it has breaching clauses. Close enough. Shit.
So in the ship's comm, that deviant who's up at the bridge, it's like, just wanted to let you know that 4 individuals in armored vac suits just landed on the surface of the asteroid here. It looks like they're going inside that facility.
Okay. Should we be worried about that? Do they know anything about this facility?
I don't think this kind of ship would just kind of happenstance upon this place.
Okay then. I'm just going to communicate with everyone on the ship. Well, I think they've come here for whatever that orb thing was that we found.
Well, we better go fast then before they learn that we're here.
They know we're here.
Oh, we didn't find any.
I think they're going to board the ship. I don't think we can mask the signal of whatever this is very easily. We might be able to trade it for barter for transport back to Irmak.
Maybe we should just try to get this spike drive fired up and jump the hell out of here.
Can you get the spike drive fired up within the next, say, 15 minutes, Corvold?
Well, Corval's been staring at it.
Yep.
Has he given any conclusions about what if it could be saved or salvaged, and what it might take to fix it?
Give me a fix roll.
Nice. That's an 11.
Probably within about 30 minutes, you could probably have this thing operational.
Do I require any parts or material?
No.
Okay. If you can give me 30 minutes, I can get this bad boy purring again.
All right, understood. Good luck. I'm
That's
gonna go and then call up the machine on the bridge and say, let me know if anyone else comes down and starts approaching the ship.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was gonna hand the clipboard off to Corval and be like, "Here's all the stuff you were murmuring about fixing. I should probably go help buy some time."
That would probably be for the best. Why is F350 listed 10 times?
Sorry, I just keep hearing him in the back of my head. I require maintenance. Every time you stop talking for more than 5 seconds, I just wrote that down.
That's fair.
Here, if you want, I'll just and I'll reach over and scratch F350 off there 10 times. There you go.
I haven't heard from him for a while, so he must be good. I mean, he doesn't require maintenance anymore.
Yeah, that or we abandoned him next to a pie joint.
One of those things. Whichever one came first. All right, well, I'll take care of this, and hail if I need anything.
All right, I'm gonna go try something quick.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
It'll be a fast TPK at least.
I'm gonna start making my way back to the other ship, the one that we actually came here on.
Okay.
And
So just walk backwards a bit.
yeah, I'm gonna head into the cargo compartment of that ship and see if I can find anything that looks dangerous.
Like what?
Fuel, explosives, anything like that.
Carlton.
So the ship that came to rescue you, is that what you're talking about?
The one that Paul Anka's manager called to get us here.
The free
Okay.
merchant.
The free merchant that crashed into this ship.
Right. Notice. There we go. That's better.
Notice. Okay. I'll make sure I'm not completely passive at it. 8.
So there's a couple, you find some explosives. There's a couple chemicals in here in like the cargo bay that mixed together would cause an explosion.
What kind of containers are they in?
They are in like polymer plastic containers.
And you said there's no gravity right now?
Correct. But they're like strapped to the side. They've been strapped. They're not floating around.
Right. My intention is to strap them to each other and rig it up so that they can float right up to the bottom of that ship that's above us when we need them to.
Okay.
Well, that ship's a fleet cruiser, to the best of our knowledge, right?
Yes, to the best of your knowledge.
Yeah, so that's only 50 to 200 people, so I can just leave and I'll be back in like 15 minutes and we'll have a new ship.
Oh, I thought we were trying to buy time to jump away in this ship. So I was gonna, wait for the go ahead that they were trying to approach and then send this stuff floating up and shoot it and set it off.
Oh, we'll keep that on the back burner in case things go pear-shaped.
All right, so Corvald is working on the spike drive. Ide is getting ready to rig something up for an explosion. What are you going to do, Inmate?
I'm going to wait until we hit the 10-minute mark, and then I'm getting out of the mech as opposed to defending the ship, and I'm going to run to the pilot's chair and get ready to launch. I'm waiting at first inside the mech to see if they become a threat to us.
Okay, so 10 minutes pass and you have not heard from them. Those 4 individuals who went inside the facility have not come out yet.
Good.
This is Cruiser Trujillo. How many personnel do you have on board?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.5. It's kind of become one with the chair.
Is it 7 of us? I think there's 7.
Let's see.
Because we have the 3 of us plus the 2 other people,
Paul's manager.
Pie Guy,
Yeah, we hit the pie guy too. That's right.
Mel,
so Mal,
Mel, and Duncan.
and Duncan. Yeah, so that's 8.5 then.
So that would be 7, and then yeah, 2, at least 2 deviants.
Call it 10 for safety margin.
10 personnel. We're picking up 9 life forms. Are any of them deviants?
Now let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know there are at least 6 arms. I don't know about the others. They're in the ship that we were in the accident with.
Have you been on the surface of this asteroid?
Only to assess the damage to the vessel. There's 2. Yeah, there's 2 vessels. Is there something wrong with the surface?
No, it's just contaminated. We're just wondering if you had been inside.
Contaminated by what? Do I need to worry? Is my hair gonna fall out? Is it lupus? Do I have lupus? What's going on?
You wish you did.
Do we need to be concerned? Does everyone have to go into decontamination, or
We may have to isolate you once we tractor beam both ships into the cargo bay.
oh, okay? Give us a second to finish stabilizing both ships. They're kind of connected together, and if you try pulling up one or both of them, they'll probably rip apart and the reactor might explode. That's at least what my engineer guy told me.
Give me a talk roll.
Everyone trusts the engineer guy, right?
Yeah, that engineer guy.
Yeah, the engineer guy. Okay. I'm good at talk rolls. I can talk. Apparently I can talk. That's 13.
We will wait till that is stabilized.
Roger, I'll call you. Don't call us, we'll call you. Thank you.
Corvold, move quickly.
I'm working on it. This baby is just about to purr. Oh yeah.
Put the tennis balls on your walker so you can go faster.
Corvold, be nimble. Corvold, be quick. Just avoid that candlestick. I believe in you, Corvold. You have the power of God and anime on your side.
So, is there anything that Corval could do, or is he just killing time?
I mean, it'll take you 30 minutes to work on it. I mean, unless you think there's something else you could do to speed up that time, or that you want to take a break and do something.
No.
Take a nap.
No. I guess yeah, he would just continue working as fast as he could.
Just Poke it with your fire Gladius. That ought to fix it.
He's really holding it this time.
Well, this is where Corvold injures himself and pulls a hip, taking permanent minus damage to his HP.
So the 4 personnel in vac suits. So we are what, 30. We're 20 minutes in. You got 10 more minutes to go. Come out of the asteroid. Come out of the facility, and begin making their way. And they jump. They've got like some kind of propulsion. They jump up to go back under the ship. This is Cruiser Trujillo. Did you find anything inside this asteroid, inside this facility?
We haven't even been into the facility. We just crashed here. We landed here because we thought we might be able to find spare parts or something, and we, again, just got here. We haven't even had a chance to investigate anything. Beyond our ship, that is. Is there something down there? Do we need to be worried?
Just contamination.
Okay, that sounds bad. My engineer says we're almost done here. About 10 more minutes and we should be ready. Is there anything I need to do to help with the contamination for my crew? Do they need like iodine tablets or something? Please tell me we don't need the protein pill. I hate it's depository. Do we have to have the protein pill?
Stand by.
I imagine they're all just kind of like, if she mentioned the suppository, what else could we get them to do?
You think that's impressive? You should see what else she's hidden up there before. And I'm just waiting for that 5-minute mark, and then I'm running. I think the vac suit comms up to the mech's comm, so I can keep telling them bullshit, and we're good to go.
Are you a sexy minx?
So Corvault, you're working and your comm pad beeps. You got a private message?
Is it Corval's Viagra dealer again?
Is it that Nigerian prince who owes me money?
Corval speaks quietly into the comm system. It seems the ship is being piloted by Niles. He's asked us to hand over the glazerite if we have it.
What's his offer?
Leaving us alone.
Oh, that's certainly not ideal. How long until you have the ship repaired?
How many more minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay, don't respond and make sure you don't open the message so it doesn't say read. You just wanted to go ahead and have the 3 dots like you might be reading it.
I just saw the notification.
Exactly, perfect. Act like you're too busy to actually look at your contact. We'll get back to them later. They didn't contact me, so I can't communicate with them. Nothing I can do about it. I didn't get the message.
I got something I can do about it. All taped together right back here by the door.
That's going to be our next resort once I get this thing off the ground. I'll give you the signal. You'll know it when it happens.
I was figuring as soon as the tractor beam comes on, seemed like a pretty good signal.
That's not a bad idea. Though I don't know if we'll be able to escape the tractor beam.
They might turn it off when something starts blowing up underneath their ship. You did tell them the engine was unstable.
Everything's unstable about this thing right now. That wasn't entirely a lie either. Okay, let me know when you're ready, Corvold.
Just be careful. He's put us in a bad place several times. At least, well, one time, but it might as well be several times to me.
Pretty much the same thing at your age. Oh, let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll let them know to tractor us up. Then, you go ahead and throw the explosives when we get close. It detonates. We fly out of here, do a massive spike jump, get back to Airmac, get out of these ships, sell this shit, and call it a day. That work for everyone?
I never did get any pie.
That is true. We need to get pie still, and Niles is stopping us from getting pie.
The spike drive is finished, is completed, Corval, you're done.
We're good to go.
Okay.
Get
I'm going to message the other ship.
We're powering up the engines now to create a field of stability around the vessel. You are free to track the beam us up once we are powered up. Understood?
A structural integrity field, that's what they're called.
the old sit. Or sit.
The SIG.
This is Cruiser Trujillo. We will tractor beam you in less than 1 mic.
Understood.
Turns key, starts engine. What?
Was that the signal?
No, I'll give you the signal.
This is Cruiser Trujillo. It seems that you are powering up your drives. You don't need to do that. We are going to tractor beam you into the cargo bay. That could cause some damage.
Yes, the drives are powered up, but we're doing that to allow the structural integrity field to remain around the ship. Our engineers got something rigged up. I don't understand the science. I just fly this thing. He said it should be fine, and I trust my engineer. He hasn't steered us wrong yet.
Looks at bridge. Too wrong yet.
The tractor beam has engaged.
Okay. Okay, Ide, how far can you yeet that thing if I need you to yeet it?
20 meters per turn with my telekinesis, however long a turn is in this game.
So that's 6 months. That might be a bit long. Okay, when we get close, you yeet it at the tractor beam. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah, for now, we'll let ourselves be tractor beamed up.
Okay, you're being tractor beamed up into this fleet cruiser.
Okay. Once we are within 20 meters, Ide is going to yeet the explosive device at the tractor beam itself.
Tractor emitter.
Can you do it, Ide? Can you do it?
I would imagine so.
That is true. Ide is very strong. I'm already doing the calculations for the spike jump. Yep, we are leaving.
All right, so we'll do some initiative.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Good thing I wasn't holding the action that needs to go at the front.
In it.
All right, and May, you're up.
Yes. We're still just being pulled up to the ship.
Yeah, Ide has not done his thing.
Once Ide does his thing, I'm gonna hold my action to slam on the spike drive the minute Ide does his thing and the tractor
Alright.
beam goes down.
Give me a piloting roll.
I would love to give you a piloting roll. I just thought to myself this morning, if there is one thing I could give Peter today, it would be my piloting roll, and not the D. It's a good thing I have that exercise. Though that could have gone horribly wrong. Okay, so that's 5 and 6 is 11, and then 2, 3 is 14.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you along with the deviant at the controls, you help him with calculating the trajectory and everything needs to be put in for this jump. You have basically just got your finger on the button ready to go. The question will be like really what happens, because the nav system is kind of fried, and you'll probably spike, but there's no telling where you'll end up.
That deviant keeps putting up a course, and all you hear is no, no, no. That's not how you read the map.
So if you would hear it, so give me a listen roll for everybody.
Oh my. A notice.
7.
7 total.
What'd you get, Corval?
Corporal. A listen.
Well, it's
notice.
notice. It's notice.
It's notice me senpai.
Listen, I was like, wait a minute. Is Isn't that 8?
Corvald, you hear the distinct sound of like something hitting the side of the ship. Not very, it's not very big, but it makes that noise, that familiar metal, like something hitting metal. Dang.
Is it like something's dragging across it, or is it like someone's like hitting it or like knocking into it as they walk by?
I'll give you a no roll.
5.
Yeah, it doesn't sound anything like that. It doesn't sound very big. Maybe
Okay.
it's something magnetized or something that's hit the ship. You're up.
I would like to telekinetically yeet my explosive bundle out the back door upwards.
Give me a telekinetic roll.
Yep.
We'll see how good this is.
Yep. Let's see.
He's the best telekineticist in this sector. No one can beat him.
2 there, and then wisdom. Cool. Oh, thanks, dice. Thanks. 6 total
Hmm.
with a +3 modifier.
So you manage, so as you got the cargo bay is kind of broken and damaged, and you just kind of send this thing out, and it hits the side of it, and you go, "Ugh." It doesn't go off, and
You do have hustle points.
it does not go off, but it gets caught. You can see it start floating into the air, getting caught into the tractor beam.
Is it moving generally toward the tractor emitter?
Yeah, I mean, it's moving generally towards their ship.
Can I use a hustle point to try to like shift it more toward the tractor emitter?
Yeah, you could re-roll that, yes, with your
Okay.
hustle point.
That is much better. That is a 9.
Okay, it does, yeah. So you manage to move it and like get outside and maneuver it a little bit more, so it's like headed right for like the tractor emitter. Corvald.
So Corval's gonna do what he can to try to either help finish the jump sequence from here,
Okay.
or try to interfere with the ability of the tractor beam. But that clanging that happened, that's another thing. So that clanging that happened, is there like a port nearby that Corval could like go and try to get a lookout?
Yeah, you could do that. You could make another notice roll.
8.
Yeah, so you move to like the small little port, and you're looking around, and you can kind of see the image of like the very edge of like a disc. You would realize that this is some sort of tracking device, some sort of magnetized tracking system. And they usually send these out like 20 or 25 of them just get shot out of like a ship to track something.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Just reverse the polarity of the whole plate and it'll float right away.
Yeah. Just
Just Star Trek that shit. Just reverse the polarity of something. We're good.
Is there something that can Corvald attempt to use programming as programming knowledge to because our nav system is busted, but could he try to kind of take whatever is our current nav system and make it like scramble like other signals and attempt to like basically we're not going to be able to we're not going to be able to know where we're going, and if we could like make everything confused around us, like that would be ideal.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that. You can hook up to plug in. Use one of your dongles to hijack the old nav system there in engineering and give you a program role.
You could forcibly upload our corrupted nav charts to their computer.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Be like, oh, like a honeypot. Like this is where they're gonna be, and it is not. So it's a 9 on my program check.
You have successfully, as far as you know, successfully done that. Like how effective it will be, there it's unknown.
Well, now everybody's just as discombobulated as I am. All in a day's work. All right. Well, we have bad news. They've shot out trackers at us, and we've been hit. Good news. I hopefully have scrambled them at the expense of also scrambling our own communications. I don't even know if anyone's hearing what I'm saying right now, because our communication will be totally out.
I just don't answer him. He'll think he's gone deaf or mute.
Roger, over.
Yeah.
So that'll be Corval's turn.
And May.
Why did nothing explode?
About 2 more seconds, maybe 3.
Okay. And she's just sitting there, finger over the button, foot on gas pedal, ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, you see a light, like a flash, go over. Yeah, and you pick up some kind of anomaly or whatever on. Well, I guess Now you don't pick up anything because the whole system's been scrambled. So you just see a flash of light.
Oh, go, go, go.
All right, and you spike drive out of there.
And puts her foot down and punches the button.
That may or may not have knocked out the tractor emitter.
I'll find out. Gonna be messy.
This is the part where we're all exposed to space and die when our oxygen runs out.
That's the problem with wearing vac suits. You don't just die.
No, it takes a while.
24 hours.
You have to sit there knowing you're gonna die and just count down.
All right, so you everything starts to fade away, and you enter the meta-dimensional space. It lasts for about 7-8 seconds, and then all of a sudden, the ship. You look around, and the ship is. You're looking out the window of the bridge. You see like green trees.
Oh, that's not good. It breaks. Pull up.
I have a terrible.
The ship is not moving.
Oh, well, that certainly fixes the entire problem. Corval, do something about the tracking beacon.
I'm on it.
Where are we?
Not Ermac.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Ermac had a bunch of trees on it. It had forest. Do these look like an Ermacian forest?
No, it looks more tropical.
Are we on a vacation planet? Look around out the bridge window and just see what's there.
Oh, when I want a vacation, you say no, and then you just suddenly decide we're taking one.
Wasn't really much of a choice.
It looks like tropical rainforest.
So shitty and overgrown.
Oh dear. Is the engine still on? Did we stall? Did I take my foot off the clutch too fast?
No, the spike drive is operational. The nav system is gone and any internal comms is not working.
Okay.
Is the air breathable?
Yeah, nothing there. It's unknown because no one has gone outside. Nothing, you don't have any systems to tell you that.
Does Corvald know whether or not the combat communications are encrypted and
Whether compad communications are encrypted. Yeah, you can send an encrypted compad communication, yes.
does it also to give away location of the signal?
It can be done that you can sanitize it so they wouldn't know your location.
Okay.
I think you would be at that level that you could do that.
So he's gonna Corvald's then gonna find some disinfectant wipes and wipe down the compad to sanitize it
Okay.
before sending some messages.
It's gonna open Spoogle Chrome and open it in private browsing and start sending messages.
Reply to Niall. New phone, who dis?
Where are y'all at?
Paul comes up to the bridge. Is this my next tour stop?
As a matter of fact, it isn't. Where's your manager?
He's recovering.
Oh, the hangover, of course.
No,
No?
something, an overhang did strike him in the head, yes, but
Oh my. Yeah, you really have to be careful of those overhangs. Do you happen to know where we are?
no, I mean,
Okay.
I've never
excellent.
performed here before, but you know.
I don't think it's a great place to perform. There's not many crowds. The tips will be crap.
As you say that, one of Carlton's mobs is forming outside.
Paul, Paul, Paul. And get up from the seat and start walking to find Ide and the others.
Well, let's get out and explore. We'll need to find some food. And we'll need to build a fire. Maybe build some hutch houses, some mud macomb houses.
Slow down, Corvold. What's going on?
We need to survive.
We are surviving. The ship still runs, doesn't it? Kick ship. Engine still on? We need that
engine-
tracking beacon gone.
I'll clear that, but start thinking about survival.
Ow.
Think of who's going to get eaten first.
That's easy. We're going with you. You're the oldest. You have the least amount of time left.
I also have the least amount of meat on my bones.
Much juicier than mine, though.
We could eat Duncan.
That is a good idea, actually. Or Mel. But Mel can make pies out of the... Wait, why are we even discussing this?
Are you getting out of the ship to go outside?
Yeah, Corvald's going to go out back and inspect it and see if there are tracker beacons on. Are they like big or are they like?
They're like the size of a hockey puck.
Okay, so yeah, they're pretty small.
There's about 16 of them attached to the ship as you go outside.
All right, I'm just gonna start hitting them with the Gladius.
Okay.
And where the Gladius doesn't quite work, he busts out his meta tool and.
Oh no, the Gladius.
I have a feeling they might explode when hit.
Okay, give me a D6 roll. You don't need to roll to do damage. Just give me a D6 roll.
6.
So you reach up and you hit it with the Gladius, and you are back inside the ship. You're like, hey, I'm going out to check to see if there's any these things attached to the ship.
Okay, good luck.
And you have this feeling like you've said that before.
Wait a minute. Am I oh no. It's happening again.
Corvold, what's happening again?
I'm losing it.
You've been losing it for years, Corvold. Let's deal with these tracking beacons, please.
Just take another Viagra. It'll stay for at least 4 hours.
Going. And Corvold will come back, go back out, shaking his head,
Okay.
go after another one.
Okay. Yeah. You find 16 of them.
I definitely killed one.
No, it's still there.
Hey, come back. Are they invincible? Are they immortal tracking beacons? This is a problem. Well, second time's a charm. And he'll swipe it again.
Okay. I'll give you a D6 roll.
2.
Yeah. You hit it and it breaks off and falls onto the ground.
Now I'm gonna check. I'm gonna like take a closer inspection of it to see if it's got any glazurite in it.
Oh, you mean the tracking beacon?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
All right. Then Corvold is going to can move to the next ones.
All right. Give me another D6 roll.
4.
Okay. Give me another roll. You smashed that one too.
5.
So yeah, you go. This is like the third one. You've busted, right? And the fourth one. You just go walk around the ship smashing them, and then you realize you smash that one, and then you realize you're in a different part of the ship, and there's like 3 left.
And Corvold will say, Ide, how long have I been out here?
6 days. You've already started drinking your own piss after only 20 minutes.
What are you talking? You can't talk to I. The cargo doors were still open when you spike jumped. I got sucked out.
There was no eye, there was only Zool.
How long has he been out there, Peter? To my perspective.
Probably like 10 minutes.
Oh, you've been out there for a good 10 minutes frolicking around.
Oh. Does that line up with like Corvold's passage of time?
You have the feeling like it doesn't feel like that long. Now it would make sense because you've only got 3 of these things left to destroy. You know, that probably, you got to climb around the ship and look around and stuff. But like these last there's 3 left, these last like 6 or 8, you don't even remember.
Does he look 10 minutes older than he did before?
Corvold, I think you've been daydreaming about that workshop again.
I probably have.
Or at least the woman it belonged to. I mean,
Something is not. All right. Anyway, I'm almost done. I'll be right in, and we can talk about it. And then he goes and just takes care of the other 3.
Okay, give me a D6 roll.
1,
Yeah, you smashed that one. Give me another D6 roll.
3.
Give me a roll, a D4 or D6. Just tell me odd or even.
Just tell you what.
Odd or even on the next roll.
Even.
Okay. You go to like you smash. You got 3 left, so you break one. And you're walking on the ship side of the ship. You got your Gladius, take Gladius out. You go to hit it, and then all of a sudden you realize you're walking back over to get this last one, and you hit it and smash it. Like, I thought I just did that. Last D6 roll. Don't undo everything.
6.
Next thing you know, as you go and you hit that last one, and you go and look, and you realize that's the first one. You've got 15 more to destroy.
Corval, are you about done yet?
As far as you guys know, he just went out there.
Oh,
So Corval's gonna try a different tactic. He's not going to use the Gladius, and he's going to try to use the meta tool and like pry each one off.
Okay, yeah, and that's not a whole lot of fun to do without the Gladius. So yeah, you remove all of them. It's not a big deal.
So he's probably, I mean, I may imagine if it took him like 15 minutes to get the a minute per one, and
Mhm.
take him at least 3 times as much to get all of them off. So
Yeah, it takes you a while. You remove all of the these magnets.
does it look like does it look like they're deactivated? Like, does it look like Corval needs to worry about them? Like,
You would know just how to deactivate them,
okay. So he does that with each one as he takes it off.
Yeah.
He'd just like dump them. He wouldn't even bring them on the ship. Just dump them on the side.
Okay. Yeah. So they look like tiny little Pez off the side of the ship.
Corval comes in. Well, I took care of that one problem, but I had to do that at least 3 times.
Why did you have to do it 3 times?
I kept getting transported back in time. It kept resetting.
oh yeah, sure.
I knew that chair was a bad idea.
Back in your younger days, just like all the stories you keep telling.
I swear. I think my Gladius has been compromised.
Does that happen to you a lot? Do they have pills for that?
This is the first that I'm aware.
We should see your doctor. He might be able to help.
So yeah, I'll try it right now. And I goes and he's gonna take his Gladius and like hit the side of the ship with it.
Give me a D6 roll.
Nuclear launch detected.
3.
Give me a roll, odd or even.
Odd.
You guys see Corval. So Corval goes and hits the ship, and then all of a sudden he rears back like he's going to hit the ship again. You can see him. Are you inside or outside the ship?
Inside.
He puts this huge dent in the ship, and he goes to hit it. He's like going to strike it again.
Be gentle, Corval.
I only hit it once.
You're about to do it. Look at that dent.
But did Corval realize he hit it?
In mid-swing, give me a notice roll.
The penalty for glaucoma.
That's a 2.
No, you have no. It's like, is that dent here already? And you smack it again.
I haven't even hit this thing.
Corval, please
Give
stop.
me a D6 roll as you strike it again.
6.
Corval, you're coming back in the ship. You've just taken care of all the tracking devices.
Is there a Corval looks around, is there a dent?
Nope. And they're like, nope, Corval's just got back in from taking care of that.
All right, well, it's done.
Good job, Corval. Now we need to see about getting the navigation system up and running so we know where we're going.
Well,
Probably need some unscrambled charts for that.
Well, any chance would be useful. If we could triangulate our location by looking up at the stars and using the computer systems to determine where we might be, that would help a lot.
Yeah, the problem is the chart in the computer is wrong.
Well, yeah, we still have pictures of the old charts, though. We could just go ahead and try calling the local nav beacon and seeing if anyone responds. Who here's an unlisted number?
I'm sorry, my number's listed on Spumbler.
Well, that's not going to help.
Don't worry, I typed out half the numbers though as words, so it's very confusing.
Perfect. I'll never figure it out. We should at least try to ping it.
So as you're doing that, you feel the ground. You're in the ship, and you feel the ground. It shakes, like these, thud.
Great.
Oh, that sounds bad.
You landed us next to a volcano.
Oh, don't blame me for the volcanoes. They happen all the time. I'm going to run down to the cargo bay and get the mech suit on in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly this piece of junk.
Well, we're not flying anywhere right now until we have the nav beacon up.
Corvald's going to get his Gladius ready.
Okay.
Just in case he rolls 6, he can reset the whole thing.
All
If we
right.
ever have a TPK, we just have Corvold go out with the Gladius and start hitting things until he gets a 6 and we go back in time.
All right. You hear that rumble, and then it gets really close to the ship. You can feel the
Oh.
vibrations really close, and then it stops.
Do you see anything on the screen or anything or monitor?
You can look out the cargo door.
Do you see death out there?
Peter, if I stick my head out the cargo door, is there anything visible near the back of the ship?
You don't see it, but there is a sword that comes down and cuts your head off from the rest of your body.
About 4 or 5 meters tall. It's green. It sort of blends in with the foliage. It's big, or kind of like pear shape, squat little legs and long arms. And it reaches down and grabs one of those little puck-like things and puts it in its mouth opens. It's got these teeth, and you hear it go. And it kind of looks around. It sees another one. Walks over, puts the arm, grabs one, starts eating them.
Well, that solves one problem.
Back inside and tell them it's eating the stuff Corvo cut off the ship. That's probably not good, right?
Oh no, it's something different than us. Kill it. Oh wait.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, if it we didn't need those things around anyway.
What if it eats them all and it's still hungry?
Well, good thing we don't have any more.
Or bad thing.
Get it iron supplements fast.
Guess we could scrounge around the ship to see if we've got any like other puck-sized bits of metal. Like if there's any like trash that we're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, the ship spiked into another ship. Yeah, you got pieces and random scrap metal pieces everywhere.
Yeah, so I can imagine Corval would just, or they could just clean up. We can just have we can just clean this up.
Don't you dare try convincing me that we need this thing as a pet, Corvold.
At least a third of our crew is semi-metallic trash.
Corvold, you don't need another pet. Remember what happened last time?
I
Are
don't
you
remember.
talking about Carlton? Corval's last pet?
Yep.
Carlton's hanging out somewhere.
The suicidal homeless lizard?
He doesn't need a home. He's making bank right now.
So what are you going to do, Corval? Are you going to collect metal in the ship?
Yeah, and bring it out back. Corval's going to use this opportunity to spruce up the ship a bit, tidy things up, and feed a wild animal. Those are two things that older folks love doing.
And May's literally in a mech suit pacing back and forwards.
and
I
cleaning.
bet Ida's writing down everything Corval is throwing out to feed this thing. That way, if we need any of it, I'll know exactly why we don't have it.
So by the time it eats all of these little puck-sized things, it walks around the whole ship. It begins to sniff. It looks like it's sniffing the ship itself, and pulls off little tiny pieces that are kind of broken, rips them off, and starts eating them. And Corvald, you come out there with a handful of parts, and it kind of looks at you. It's like 4.5, 5 meters tall.
Corval drops it and he pulls out his Gladius. No, no, no. You eat this. This is full of iron and other such vitamins.
Give me a survive roll.
Takes a bite out of your Gladius.
I will survive. 11.
So as you wave the Gladius at it, it kind of rears back, puts up its arms like to protect itself.
You leave that metal alone. You can eat this metal. And that other metal was fine too.
All right.
And Corvald's gonna attempt to hand it one and start bonding with whatever the hell.
Yeah. So it cautiously reaches out and grabs one. This random piece from the inside the ship, chomps on it. And it will do that a couple times, and then at like the third time, it just stops and opens its mouth like as wide as it can go.
It is like looking up.
Yeah, it's like waiting for you to throw it in its mouth.
Oh. Corvald will oblige and
Okay.
humor the creature.
All right.
That doesn't mean he's gonna make it in the mouth, but he will throw it in that direction.
All right. Just yeah, exert. That's fine. Just make one exert roll.
7.
Okay. So most of them, a couple of them bounce off his chest and land on the ground. But for the most part, you get them all in there. And he looks around and eats the last one's off the ground, and kind of sits and stares at you with his little beady eyes.
His eyes wagging.
What is your name, little one?
He opens his mouth and you can see the saliva like strands, and that just a big glob of like saliva drops right in front of you and just splat.
That's right. His name's Johnny.
I'll call you Splat. What else do you eat around here besides metal?
It looks down at you and blinks.
And may I come out and meet Splat? He's our new pet. As long as we keep him fed, he'll be happy. I think.
I peek out from behind the cargo door and look.
Yeah, you see this 5-meter tall creature hovering over Corvald, drooling. His big teeth and got tiny little eyes. They're like a big gut.
Good job, Corvald. Now we have something to eat and won't have to eat each other first.
It turns his head and looks at you because you're in the mech suit,
I look back.
and looks at Corvald and then looks at you.
He is not for eating. And Corvald will not Gladius, but his finger. No. Don't even think about it.
It's already thinking about it.
It
It's
looks-
the end.
It seems to look sad.
Well, I think we've made a tenuous ally.
A hungry ally, if nothing else.
If only we could find a way to communicate. Maybe we could use this to scout around a bit. I'm not
Maybe.
sure.
Is there any particular reason we're trying to scout around though right now?
Well, aren't you curious where we landed?
I'm more curious about leaving and getting to our new ship and not having all these other people with us as well.
Paul's like, when did I become other people?
No, not you, Paul. I'm talking about the other people.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Pot's gonna lean over. The deviants.
We gotta go inside for a bit. Don't eat anything off the ship, and we'll be back later. I'm going out for some cigarettes.
well, he'll be gone for about 30 years.
So it watches you go back inside the ship.
Pulls out a pack of Marlboro Reds, menthol.
Walks over to like a piece of the ship that's kind of sticking out. You can see it's bent. Looks at it. Kind of looks around like nobody's watching, and he hits it. It hits it, and the piece falls off. And then picks it up and eats it.
Hey,
It looks up mid-chew at you.
I heard that.
It points to the ground.
Corval's gonna just grumble and go back inside.
So Splat kind of wanders the ship like 3 or 4 times and then kind of makes his way into the foliage and kind of disappears.
Way to go, Corval. Now he's gonna go find all his friends and tell him how much yummy metal he found to eat.
Well,
We need to not be here when he comes back.
we're no longer being tracked.
That's good.
We can we can assess our ship and get out of here. Is the nav system back online?
Not that I know of.
No.
Oh yeah, it says we're on a paradise planet right now. With no ship-eating monsters.
I'm going to go up to the bridge and see if this thing can get off the ground still.
All the systems are trying to reset, right now, no. Probably the calculation probably would be in about 23 hours you'd be able to take off.
We should probably scout around a bit to at least see what else is around here.
Probably a nest of those creatures coming to eat the ship.
Or, something else that eats, flesh.
Do you feel like taking a walk outside?
Walk? Why would I want to go for a walk?
To scout out around the ship and find more of those things to eat us.
Why would I want to find things that want to eat us?
Well, Corvald seems convinced that they're friendly.
You just gotta tickle them right, and it'll make them purr.
And that's how the tickler was born.
I guess
The tainted tickler.
I guess I'll go have a look around, but I'm taking one of those barrels with me.
You may take a barrel. Have fun, I'd.
I was gonna walk out through the cargo door with one of those barrels of fuel or whatever it was floating behind him.
Okay. Yeah, you walk out. It's very humid. You're in like a tropical rainforest. The ship doesn't, it looks like it was just set right down here. It doesn't look like it came to a halt, like there's any earth or anything moved or any kind of burn mark, like where it landed. It just looked like it just teleported almost here.
Just kind of spike jumped and popped out perfectly. Boy, the calculations to actually do that on purpose would be impossible.
I said I'm very quick at math. I didn't say I was very good at it.
Oh, that's right. I'm still on comms. Yeah, good landing.
Corvold's gonna check himself to see if he's in a simulation. It's like the last time when Niles left us for dead,
Yeah.
where we were like hooked up, and it was like things. It was like being in a fever dream of sorts. Like, Corvold's gonna like. It's like seeing that and noticing that he's gonna be like, it's gonna feel off. So he's gonna see, maybe if there's not like an obvious way, he's just gonna start like trying to break reality or trying to like see if he can find like beyond the fact that every time he hits something that was Gladius, he time warps, but see if he can find something else that might yield whether or not that's going on again and that Niles actually got to us.
Try to not go to the bathroom for 10 minutes.
I'm not sure how Corval would do that. Good question.
I think Corvold would maybe try to follow that one thing and see if he could find it.
Okay.
And see if that is that can provides any sort of answers. Like if it sees it doing unusual things. I'm gonna go see if I could find Splat. We might be living in a simulation. Like the last time we encountered Niles. We have to try to see if we can break out of this.
Give me a notice roll or survive. Notice or survive.
I'll take survive. Didn't matter. That was a 4.
All right. So Corval leaves the ship and heads into the foliage and disappears as he searches for Splat. You're headed out with a barrel of some strange fuel, combustible fuel, headed out doing with Anne May.
She is going ahead in every few minutes, trying to start up the ship again, and thus looking more and more depressed every time. Okay, so pull the choke all the way out, foot on the clutch, pump the gas all the way to the floor 5 times, and then turn the key in.
All right. I'd give me a notice or survive.
Stick with notes. 8.
So you head out into the foliage, looking around, kind of like observing with the barrel under your arm. And you can hear some talking. It sounds like common language, but you can't pick out the words, but there's some people talking ahead of you.
I like to put the barrel down and sit on top of it and pick it up with my telekinesis and float forward silently.
Okay.
Ooh, it is I, the barrel of the sky. Ooh, ah.
Not quite in the sky. I'm just like the bottom of it's like a foot off the ground, and I'm just kind of floating along.
So you're floating along, moving through the foliage. You come upon 3 individuals that look like they are in like blue jumpsuits, and they have bright orange boots and hats and gloves with these like yellow goggles, and they turn and see you floating at them like, and they pull out what looks like ray guns, and they go to shoot you.
No.
They pulled out Reagan. Oh my god.
Uh, give me an initiative roll.
This is not good. Oh dear, there's that terrible roll again. That's a 3.
Okay. I rolled a 3 as well. You go first.
They're attempting to shoot me. I would like to go up 20 meters with my floaty barrel.
Okay.
Just straight up, real fast.
Okay. So you begin to float in the air 20 meters.
Yep.
He is the Messiah.
Hmm.
I should have stayed closer. That way, at least if they shot my barrel, they killed us all.
So one looks like he was going to shoot, and the another one puts his arm down and says something to him, and they just kind of look at you, and then they scatter. They run into the foliage and disappear.
Wait, come back. My friend Anne would probably love to talk to you guys.
With bullets.
She's single and ready to mingle. Bye, Anne. She will have to go talk to him.
Yep. Either that or I disgusted her and she fled the planet.
Corvald, give me a notice roll.
2. Don't notice shit.
Yeah, exactly, because you step in it. There's a big pile, a steaming pile, and you realize there's like metal pieces in it. No, there's plastic pieces in it.
So he starts like, wiping his leg off on the grass and trying to just get this off of him. Maybe head over to like is there any water nearby, like a stream or?
Give me a survival roll.
This would be a perfect time for his divining rod. It's ancient hermit tradition. That's 11.
You actually do hear water, like the trickling of a creek or something, and you go to head over there, and you hear noise like somebody's running through the brush. It doesn't sound like splat. It sounds like people running, footfalls, more than one.
Corvald is going to. How tall are they? Are there trees?
It's probably, I mean, it's kind of like a canopy, so it's probably like 10 meters, like 30 feet, like large leaves, and the trees aren't very big, but they're full, they kind of, there's a lot of leaves and stuff and vines coming off them.
Corvald would use his teleporting
Mm-hmm.
to teleport up there.
Okay, so you're at the top of the tree.
Yeah, like teleport up to like a branch and then like sit down and watch.
Okay, so you see these 3 individuals running in these like blue jumpsuits with bright orange gloves and bright orange boots and a helmet and with yellow goggles. They stopped right near you. They're like, what was that? I don't know. It just floated in the air. I don't know. I was going to shoot, don't shoot. And you see they have like some kind of ray gun. It almost looks like something you had seen on maybe a show or something you'd watch a long time ago. It reminds you of childhood, and they put their guns away. They maybe it was sent here. Maybe maybe the one has sent it. Could be. We must tell the others. Yes. And they kind of collect themselves and they run off into the foliage and disappear.
Peculiar. And Corvald will teleport down.
Okay.
And head back directly to the ship to see if he could find Ide and May.
You spot Corvald headed back to the ship.
I'll float down next to him on the barrel.
Ah, I met some friends of yours. They
Don't tell Anne. She'll be all upset.
your secret's safe with me, but they ran off to tell someone, so there must be a fourth at least.
The fort. We'll need a password to get in there.
No, if there's a fourth one,
Oh, a fourth one. I thought you said a fourth.
there was these I saw these blue creatures. They mentioned something about a floating barrel, so I'm assuming you ran into them.
Well, one of them tried to shoot the barrel, and it's full of fuel. So, yeah,
Yes.
one of them's a bit jumpy. When I saw the gun, I went up fast, and one of the other ones talked him down, and then they ran off.
They seem to be under the impression that we were sent by someone.
Well,
By their master.
I don't think so, but who knows? There's so many religions out here. One of them's bound to be true.
I'm starting to think that the safest place is at our ship.
Maybe. It's
I'm gonna
definitely
check.
where I was headed to, hoping to find you and Ann.
I'm gonna check to see if our weapons are if there are any weapons on this one, and and if they're operational, just in case.
Ship-mounted weapons, or just like an armory.
Like ship-mounted weapons.
I think we would have noticed those. But I suppose we could cross our fingers and look around some more.
Well, I don't know if we were like trying to get into or like leverage any ship-mounted weapons.
We could always go ask that funny-looking fellow on the bridge. He probably knows.
There is a plasma beam that's operational.
Does it look like it can shoot in like multiple directions, or is it fixed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a plasma beam, so there's that.
Well, we could set the forest on fire with that at least.
Create a burn box, trap anybody that comes to try to attack us.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that thing's hot enough to burn the ground.
Well, I think it's best that we just sit tight and be near close at hand to jump into the plasma beam, or use the plasma beam if we need it.
As good as that sounds, I think I'm going to go find something else to sit on besides this barrel of explosives.
Yeah. It's a good idea. All right. So yeah, you guys collect yourselves. Paul and Anne is still frantically trying to get this thing started. As the ship systems are in a very, very slow like reset.
Anne's probably trying to boost the ship off with her compad at this point.
Nightfall comes and there are 2 moons in the sky. And you begin to notice.
Well, you're an expert at this. How many millions of planets are there that have 2 moons?
Well, I've got 2 moons right here. Corvald slaps his cheeks. But beyond that, I'm not sure.
So about 500 meters ahead of you, you see out of this, like just the moonlit sky, the lights on top of like a hill. Wouldn't call it a mountain, more of a hill. And they just kind of like, there's lights, it's all illuminated.
Corvo, could that be considered a fort?
Corvald will squint at it. Lights on top of a hill, are they in any sort of formation? Does it look like it's like a building or a ship?
you can't really see from here. You can see the lights. You can see the lights above the green, just like lighting everything up.
How far away is it?
It's like 500 meters.
Okay.
Paul's like, is that where the show is supposed to be?
Oh, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion quite yet.
We'll go in the morning and check it out.
Should at least be on our guard. Set a watch.
Those people were pretty easily impressed. I don't think they're going to come and bother us. If they do, we'll just, either fire off the plasma weapon or I'll float some stuff up in the air and scare them off.
So you're gonna wait till morning?
Yeah, Corval's probably right. We should set up some kind of watch schedule and try to get some sleep.
There's strange noises as it begins light. Those lights cut off, and it's very humid as the morning comes. A lot of dew in the air, on the ground, on the leaves, on the trees.
Corval didn't have to pee at all because he sweated all out in the middle of the night. All right, we should maybe check out what that thing was.
Oh, definitely.
I can go or you can go. One of us should stay back with the ship, just in case.
We can leave Paul and his manager here, and
Oh yeah, and May is here. She'll be able to.
yeah, we should probably stick together to go investigate unknown enemy forces.
Paul's tour manager says, I gotta go with you in case if there's a place that Paul could at least perform, because I'm gonna have to take measurements of the stage, make sure everything's adequately done. I need some kind of negotiation.
Can we at least leave Paul here? He seems too important to risk on,
Oh yeah, of course he's gonna stay. He needs to rest up.
Yeah.
Got a big day ahead of you, Paul.
Since the ship that we flew in on is tore all to hell anyway, I'd like to tear off like a chunk of the wall that's big enough for the three of us to like sit or kneel or stand on.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna high speed levitate us over toward that mountain at 20 meters per turn, probably about 10, 15 meters above the treetops.
Okay. All right. So you kind of float speed on over there. Yeah, give me a notice roll.
I'm totally focused on where
Yeah.
I'm flying. I didn't see shit.
I got a 9.
I was just converting how many pounds I can carry because this is all in kilos and I don't know kilos, but
You
I can levitate like 881 pounds at this point.
so Corval, you spot a couple of these blue guys with you notice the orange helmets that they're wearing as you're going through right over the treetops. You can see them walking like the little orange dots, and as you get up to the top of this hill, you can see that there are these like they look like torches, but like kind of like metal torches stuck in the ground in a circle around something that's sitting in the middle that's got they've covered it with like a tarp, and there's like a trap door or something at the top of this hill on the side.
You said I saw some of those blue guys.
Yeah,
like,
as you're coming up, it looks like they're fanning out, going down this hill to do
Like-
whatever they're going to do.
Are they going in the same? Are they fanning coming down the hill in the same direction that I'm coming towards them?
So I'm picturing you guys are going up the hill and they're coming down, like going out in different directions.
Oh, okay.
If you don't point them out, I saw nothing and is just going to keep flying toward whatever's on top of the hill.
And Corval he will point them out. He'll like lean over in a quiet voice. There are those blue guys, those blue creatures, fanning out below us. Hopefully they don't look up.
Should we wait till they spread out a bit and try to find one by itself? Talk to it?
We could, but if they have comms or they're having easy communication with the others, then distance probably is irrelevant.
I don't know. I can float this thing faster than most people can run. I'm just saying.
We can try.
Above game, I think movement is 10 meters per turn, and I can make this thing chuck along at twice that.
We can try. It's either that or we, after they spread out, we go and try to poke around inside the mound and see what they're doing.
Manager guy, what do you think we should do? Try to talk to one or sneak into their house while they're not home? You did
Well, we
one-
might want to talk to one to find out if there's any kind of where we are, you know, whether we can perform here tonight or not and get paid. I mean,
I bet they did like we did and left the important people home. We should probably go to their house.
yeah.
As I'd insults himself.
Okay, so you're gonna fly up to the top of the mound.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you see like these. Now, yeah, they look like metal, but some of them are wood spikes sticking up like torches. You know, posts coming out of the ground. Looks like some kind of light attached to them, which is probably the light that you saw. And there's something in the middle that's covered with like a tarp that they've got like pinned down. You can see those little spikes in it. And then there's like a door that leads inside.
Inside what's under the tarp or like inside the side?
Like
of
to the side, like you would open it up and like go down, like almost like a well.
I guess we're gonna have to walk the rest of the way.
We shouldn't be long. Just a quick peek in.
I'll gently set us down on the ground.
And yeah, we'll open up the trap door.
Okay. It's pretty heavy. You can see that it's been like piecemeal together. It's not one solid piece. And you pull it up and open it, and there's a ladder that leads down.
Down the hatch we go.
You're going down this ladder, you can hear the echo. It's like a long tube. Comes all the way to the bottom. It's a little bit wet and damp down here. There's a big archway with a door. In front of you, it's metal, rusted.
Are there any sort of inscriptions or like signs or runes or anything that like might give a signal or?
It says no trespassing.
Well, we found the right place. It's telling us not to go any further. On we go.
I suppose we should try the peaceful approach and just knock.
We could do that. That would probably be better.
That's what Anne would do. She would knock, and then if they said anything out of line, she'd shoot them.
Well, let's try that.
I'd's gonna walk up and knock on the large
Yeah, it's super loud.
I don't know how long a polite person waits before they just kick the door in. Any input?
Wait a minute. In case it's very heavy and they have to go through a whole process to open it.
All right, 1 minute. I'm gonna start a timer on my compad.
Give me a notice roll.
Both of us or
Yeah.
$11.
5. I'm watching my timer.
Yeah, somebody running, and you can hear their footsteps echoing from behind the door. and the door, you hear it unlock, like there's 3 locks to it, and it opens with a creak. It looks like a woman who is in one of these blue suits, got orange gloves and orange boots, does not have her helmet or her goggles on. And she opens it and kind of is taken aback as she sees you two. 3.
Hello, beautiful.
I knew that was coming.
Give me a talk roll.
Oh, put that -1 charisma mod. It's a 5.
I am not, I'm Kryn. I am not this beautiful, you say.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell. Britain, you say? We ran into some of your companions. We were curious what you were. We were just curious what was going on here.
Are you with the one?
Who is the one? Because we might be, depending on who the one is.
We
Are
are
you with there was talk of someone who flew around in the sky yesterday.
Oh, that was me. Hello.
Oh yes, he's the one.
No, is he with the one though?
We are definitely with a one, but I don't know if it's the one that you're mentioning.
Well, we were unaware. If the one would send others.
Is the one here?
Oh, yes.
Like here, not like here.
Yes, but it prefers the night and not the daytime.
So who's in charge during the day then?
Well, Grot is out with the group scouting for food and water right now.
The leader doesn't leave. Someone more important stayed here.
That is unheard of.
Isn't the one here?
Yes, but the one does not do this.
Well, are you free to speak on what business brings you to this planet? This is quite a compound. Have you been here for some time?
Yes, as long as I remember.
Were you born here?
Yes,
All of you born here?
as far as I know.
What are you doing here? What do you do from a day to day? Do your people have a goal?
We are, well, we were sort of aimless at one point, but recently the one has appeared, and we are here to serve the one.
How do you keep the large creatures outside from eating the metal poles? And the door.
Are they still? But they're supposed to be picked up after every morning, but apparently they've left them out again. Yeah.
Yeah, they're outside. They're one of those big guys is probably drooling in the woods right now.
Yes. A lort will come by and chew on them. They've also chewed on our door down here. It's been fixed many times.
Yes, they have quite an appetite. So who is it? Your people that pick them up at night?
Pick who up?
These creatures.
No, we do not pick them up. They usually don't bother us at night. It's during the day they seem to come out and search for food.
Ah.
I think she means they were supposed to pick up the light poles, Corval.
Oh, I thought you meant that someone comes by and picks up the creatures every night.
I would hate to
leaving
meet
them
someone
out again.
to pick those up.
Well, may I ask what brings you here?
Just trying to pass through.
Yes, we got out of a situation and landed on this planet.
Seems like fate has brought you here. Could be the one has brought you here as well.
I mean, I didn't I didn't fly the ship, so he's not the one who brought us here.
No, they have someone here they call the one.
Oh, I still think you're the one though.
Oh, well, thank you, Corval. That's it's very sweet of you.
Oh, you have your own one?
I think he's the one.
Can you describe the one to us? What do they look like?
She begins to describe somebody that reminds you of Anne May.
Like really reminds us of Anne May.
Yeah, she starts to, yeah.
I think we know that one. It's not this one. How did you get into contact with the one? How did you receive instructions?
It speaks into our minds in the evening when the moons are high.
I'm gonna look around just to make sure that Anne May didn't somehow follow us up here and be like, Corval, have you got any of those pictures you like to sneak and take on your combat?
Not this time.
Not one single picture of Anne May.
You know, probably not. He'd probably just have pictures of all his camping spots. And he probably would have taken a picture of Splat though. I don't really take a whole lot of pictures of, but that sounds a lot like our companion. You're one.
That one does kind of sound a lot like our leader, huh?
So we probably do have the same leader.
I'm sure she would like to think so. Very, very certain of that.
It definitely makes things easier. I mean, it is fortuitous. Maybe it is fate that we were brought by the one.
She was driving.
So, is this just a place you live, or it's a place you do experiments, or?
What do you know of our experiments?
Oh, I'm into experimenting too. I was wondering if this is an experiment. I don't really know anything about you people.
We
Other than we now
do experiments here.
I mean, I don't know if I can show you the experiments that are ongoing, but this evening I'm sure we'll be able to give you a proper introduction.
Well, we also have a very talented entertainer with us who would like to know if they could perform for your people in exchange for some form of payment.
And you see the tour manager is like, okay, good, finally got to the point there, gets his data pad out. He's like, I do have the requirements if you're interested. Entertainer. This sounds like a leisure activity.
It is. When was the last time you folks had a leisurely evening on this planet?
I don't know. That word is so foreign. We usually just work and serve the one at this point.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be thrilled.
Sounding more and more like Anne May every second.
Provided you can strike a deal with our friend here. and you will have a night of leisure gifted to you by the one. Because I'm sure she also would like to see the show.
If the one has sent you, then surely this will be an activity that we are supposed to take up.
And your leader will be back at nightfall?
Grot will be back any moment. Doesn't take them long to pick up supplies.
What kind of supplies?
Oh, just just food, fruits, berries, water from the stream.
Okay, so you're not, murderous carnivores or anything.
We're not murderous.
See, I'd writing that down on his clipboard. Not murderous.
Will our presence here be a problem?
No, as long as you are sanctified by the one, you will be welcome.
Is there like a tattoo for that, or like a piece of paper? I mean, I can tell you that I was sanctified after being in their presence for so long.
There was one that you will know instantly if you are not sanctified by the one. It was pretty horrific. We had one of our group that was not sanctified by the one.
What happened to them?
I don't even wish to speak of it.
Yep, and May. All right. About the entertainment, is there some form of payment that you could make to our friend here who manages the entertainment?
Yes, I think we could find some payment for him if that's what he wishes. Yes.
Well, is that what you wish? To be paid? As Corval like turns to
He's like, he looks at his comp, he's like, beggars can't be choosers at this point. I mean, we'll take whatever we get. I mean,
Yeah, maybe we can come up with a list of things we need to fix our ship, and hopefully they have some of it.
that would be good. Well, I'm interested to hear more about what you guys are doing here. But I don't want to overstay our welcome.
okay, well, return at when the moons are high, and we will introduce you. Well, you already know the one. We will commence with this leisure.
Very well. We will fly away back to our ship now.
Kind of looks at you like, okay.
You could come watch if you'd like.
No, I have to. There's work to be done.
Oh, yes, work. Very well. Thank you for seeing us.
Yes. She closes the door. You can hear it lock.
Didn't even let you say goodbye, Corval.
She just didn't care.
I think she's really busy.
Yes, she definitely wasn't telling us everything.
Well, I mean,
Not even close to anything really, other than talking about the one.
well, weird cults behind large metal doors usually don't tell you everything up front. Gotta get a little further inside.
Well, that's fair.
Especially when the idol they worship is resembling anime. That could get weird.
I'm sure.
Are you gonna need to stop and pee halfway down the hill, or
I think I'll be able to hold it till we get back.
maybe you should go before we fly away?
Just barely.
So you guys get up there and fly back down to the ship?
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll be able to do that again when we have everybody, because that's going to go over the weight limit. 3 people in a small busted chunk of walls, probably pushing it right to the edge anyway.
So yeah, we're back at the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna just double check to make sure that none of the scouting party attempted to get inside.
No, they thought they saw somebody moving through the foliage, but they never came close enough to the ship.
Otherwise, we would know because Anime would have blasted a huge crater in the ground.
Let Paul know he has a show and wait for tonight.
Yeah, he can put his gear on that platform and I'll carry that. Well, I'll fly that up as we walk along. I'm not going to be able to transport everybody. Not in one trip anyway.
Yeah, he's got like a compad and then some portable little speakers as he rests up, and the tour manager explains to him the circumstances, and he's like, they got a tarp. I'm sure that's the stage that they're going to unveil, and it's more like a festival. It's more like outside kind of deal.
Does Paul appear to be into it?
Yeah, it's a show. I mean, he's there to perform, so it's like he sounds actually excited because it's not the normal fare of like inside a club. It's like outside.
And Paul, I know this is gonna break your heart, but I didn't see any like diet juice anywhere. So you're probably just gonna have to eat whatever they've got.
Yeah, it sounds like some kind of luau or something. I'm excited.
I just kind of winks at him. I know how much you love the juice, man.
Oh yeah. So Paul and the tour manager, are you guys gonna do anything for the rest of the day?
No, I mean, I think maybe depending on how our food situation is, like maybe go out and try to like forage for some food.
I love how my mind is saying there's probably plenty of food between the two ships that are stuck together. And his mind says, we have to pick berries and eat leaves.
Corvald is like, because he's the survivor. He's
Yeah, we crashed in a jungle planet. This is Corvald living his dream.
yeah. Corvald's like, oh, I'm a survivor. He's a survivalist.
You can make a survive roll, and you can make a notice roll.
He is like Survivor Man, and everyone else is just like Bear Grylling up. They're like, oh, here's the hotel. It's got plenty of food. No, I refuse.
Well, I rolled a 5, so we may need his twigs and berries and shit.
Got an 8.
Yeah, you do find fruits and nuts here. Splat actually begins to follow you around, drooling.
He's trying to eat your Gladius.
I don't have anything for you at the moment, but I can get something for you later. When I get back to the ship.
Follows you. All you find is like seasoning packets. That's pretty much the only food you find.
No, we put that with what he found. We might have a decent meal.
Are you going to give Splat some scrap metal?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he sits and waits and chomps on the metal. You gather everybody together, and so you can't you can't fly everybody up, right?
No, I think I can only do 881 pounds, so there's no way I can get everybody.
No.
Not in one trip.
So Duncan and Mel stay back with the ship as Corvalt, tour manager, Paul Inca, and Anne May. You guys making your trip up the hill as it begins to get dark. Anne May's been watching the systems. Basically, they should have been back online. Like slowly, they're coming back on. Nav system still fried. They should have been back online like 4 or 5 hours ago, but it's taking so long to reset everything.
Oh no.
Anime kept trying to start the ship while it wasn't finished rebooting yet, and it was.
Yep.
Well, we might be stuck here for the night then. So might as well get a good concert out of it.
Yep. Since Paul's got to perform, we'll let him ride with the equipment on the platform.
Oh yeah, he really appreciates that. He don't want to get tired out.
Yep. Not the tour manager though. He's walking.
Yeah.
I could
So
easily put him up there, but I'm not telling him that.
you make your way up the hill as it's just getting dark. You can see the lights are coming on.
Did
And you
Splat
get-
come with us?
Is what?
Did
Splat. He followed Corvald around a little bit, but as it got dark, he would trail off and he's gone.
Oh,
You get up to the top of this hill and all the lights are on and this tarp is covering something in the middle. And there's probably like 20 or 30 of this group with their blue and orange outfits all standing around a circle. And you guys all appear. They kind of like move out of the way to let you come inside the circle. And Grot, the leader, comes up to you. Grin told me that you came by. We had sightings. We've seen your ship.
are you the one who
One-
tried to shoot me yesterday?
No, that was a scouting party. We apologize. Startled us. We didn't expect anyone.
Kind of startled me a bit too. Didn't expect to meet too many people. All we had saw so far was a creature that likes to eat metal.
Oh, the Lords, yeah. Yeah, they tend to wreak havoc on anything metal. That's why most of our stuff is underground now.
They didn't bother our stuff too much. Old Corvald over here tamed it right up. Feeding it
Wow.
right out of his hand, he was.
It's impressive.
That's Corvald for you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, Grot.
I understand that it's all work and no leisure here.
Correct, yes. In accordance to the one.
Yes. We have a special guest.
We've heard of this, yes. Get some sort of performer or something about leisure time.
Yes, it's very well known. You're in for a real treat.
We're very excited.
Is there a stage or a place that they would can perform from?
Well, I mean, we must first unveil the one, and then we can begin our activities of leisure.
Anne May, come on out here.
So Anne May steps forward, and Grot kind of looks at her, like everybody, and then you see everybody in the circle just kind of looking at her. That is peculiar.
Your door greeter lady did describe someone who sounded a lot like Anne May.
Yes. Well, you have brought her here. We're definitely in debt. They're not sure. You can see they're not really sure what to think of the situation.
No, you can't have her.
But she belongs here.
No.
I'm sure she can speak for herself about where she belongs and where she doesn't. Anne Mary.
No, you certainly belong here. He points to the tarp as a couple of them quickly run over and pull out the stakes and pull off the tarp, and sitting there in the ground is this obsidian statue that looks very familiar to both of you, in a twisted form of figures that you could barely recognize are all twisted together, and standing in the middle of it is a form that looks a lot like Anne May. And we could stop right there.
Nice.
All right, Corvald, teleport back to the ship and set it to self-destruct now. I
So-
don't know if blowing the planet that this thing is on up will do anything, but it's worth a shot.
Like a bad dream. Thanks for running, Peter. That was
Hey,
fun.
no problem.
I'm glad we were able to make it happen. Have a good night.
All right.
See you guys next week.
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow, Dustin.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
See
All
ya
right.
next week.
All right. Take care.